The reason why nitrogen fixing plants or trees work for agroforestry is very simple. It is because they get the nitrogen in the atmosphere and then turn it into ammonia in the soil, which can then be used by themselves or any other crop that is next to them. So in Zambia, I think that we have 4 nitrogen fixing trees that you can use, that you can plant alongside your crops like maize, groundnuts, or beans. So we have acacia, we have lucina, and we also have Grilicidia sepium, and then we have musangu. Now, the nitrogen in the atmosphere, uh, the trees and the plants cannot use it in its form. So what happens when you plant, let's say lucina next to your maize? The lucina takes the nitrogen which is in the atmosphere and breaks it down into ammonia, and then this ammonia can then be used by your maize to fertilize itself. And one of the beautiful things about this ammonia is that not only does it fertilize the maize or the crops next to it, it also breaks down the potassium and the phosphorus which is surrounding it in the rocks. So this completes the whole NPK spectrum. That means that when you plant these trees next to your maize, over the years there will be no need for you to use synthetic fertilizer, which is quite expensive and also destructive to the soil in the long run. So that is how useful nitrogen fixing trees are in an agroforestry system, and also that is how they work. Now, at Green Gold Social, we have lucina, we have Grilicidia sepium, and also we have musangu, as well as acacia. We are only selling these at 10 kwacha per tree. So for those of you who have land, or you have a farm that is just sitting dormant, while you're waiting to develop the land, it is important for you to plant trees on that land so that those trees can fertilize the soil as you wait to develop that land. So you plant lucina, Grilicidia, you plant musangu, and then you plant acacia, and these trees will fertilize your soil organically to the point that by the time you get to start farming, your soil will be very fertile. And also, if you plant lucina and Grilicidia sepium, it grows to a height of 1 meter, 2 to 3 meters in a space of 12 months. What that means is that if you plan to keep cows or goats on your farm, the cows and the goats will benefit from the leaves of lucina, as these are very nutritious for these animals. And if you plan to keep dairy animals, cows that produce milk, the leaves of lucina boost milk production in dairy cows from 50 to 70%. That's quite a big number from lucina. Now, these trees I'm talking about are all drought resistant. So what that means is that when you plant lucina or Grilicidia sepium or musangu with your maize, maize has a lifespan of 3 months. After you harvest the maize, these trees are going to remain in your maize field, fertilizing the soil, waiting for you to plant the next season. So every year that you leave these trees in the field, that means that your soil becomes more fertile organically, because these are amazing nitrogen fixing trees that also break down the phosphorus and the potassium in the soil to complete the whole NPK spectrum, so that you have rich soils that you can take advantage of when you get ready to plant your crops every farming season.